data, and this data very important for the analyzing, and this data used for alarm processing in smart substation. Also in smart substation bad data always present, but this bad data can be used for processing. At that instant smart substation will be disturbed due to bad data processing. Also at that instant we have to require auto restoration, that means system is required for restore. At that instant we have to require some action plan for the to control and to avoid the disturbance in smart substation. At that instant we have to require remedial action and or predictive action, and both action can be operated at that emergency state. And at that instant we have to require total cost or total estimation of the predictive or remedial action. Also at that instant we have to require intelligent maintenance and management, that means time management is very important in smart substation. Also we have to require physical safety and also require GPS information system, that is called as GIS. Okay, then the whole system of the smart substation can be controlled with the help of SCADA system. Okay, this is SCADA system. Then also in which we have to require network, the network in the form of Bluetooth, then LAN area network, then Zigbee network, then CDMA network, and HE or HB PDA network. Also require LAN, WAN, then hybrid area network. These are the different networks used in smart substation. Also in which we have to require communication, that means SCADA system, and this whole system can be operated with the help of communication system, and in which we have to require communication. The communication, there are two types of serial communication and parallel communication. That means communication is classified into two types, that is serial communication and parallel communication, and also in which both communication can be operated with the help of LAN network, that is local area network. And the electrical local area network range varies from 10 MB per second to 100 MB per second. Okay, MB per second. Okay, and also this LAN can be operated with the help of electrical bridge. Okay, then also in which we have to require input network and output network. But the whole system of the smart substation can be operated with the help of intelligent electronics devices. But at that instant we have to require serial communication, that means serial control area network is important. That means this is the serial control area network. Bus, then RS-232 cable also requires serial communication, then Ethernet, LAN, and these are the types of the serial communication, that is RS-232. Then also require RS-485, then RS-422, 422. These are the types of the serial communication. Also in which we have to require host controller, that is this whole system can be controlled with the help of HMI, that is human machine interface, that is HMI. Okay, and This whole system can be controlled with the help of HMI, and also requires, at that instant we have to require smart substation host controller. Okay, and this controller control all substation with the help of serial communication. Now this is the overview of the smart substation, and also smart substation connected to other systems with the help of gateway or any other channel, and this channel can be operated with the help of electrical LAN network. Okay, now this is the concept of smart substation, and in which we have to need skill and knowledgeable person, also require man, material and money. That means these are the 3M is very important in smart substation, because also require skilled person, then also require electric as well as other material required for the as a civil work, then also require money. For total smart substation is require maintenance and time management. At that instant we have to require some amount of money for the control the whole smart substation. Okay, now this is the overview of the smart substation. Also the smart substation can be controlled with the help of SCADA network. That means SCADA system. That means supervisory control and data acquisition is a network topology, and this network topology easy to control. Smart substation is act as a SCADA network is act as the backbone of the smart substation, and also in which we have to require different network layer like local area network, that is LAN, DCS LAN, then Ethernet LAN, also require serial network communication. It's very important in smart substation. Also in SCADA system we have to require integrate data, and this integrated data can be controlled with the help of smart substation, and this integrated data can be controlled host controller, that is human machine interface. The main function of HMI is control or processing integrated data, and this integrated data is sent to the smart substation with the help of SCADA system. Okay, also so many faults occur in substation. At that instant we have to require time management. Also in smart substation network constructed with the help of wireless communication system. Okay, and also at that instant network issue is very occur in wireless communication. Then at that instant the better communication is serial communication in smart substation, because so many problems occur in Wi-Fi or wireless connectivity. Then in smart substation for communication use wire communication. Okay, now this is the concept of network communication using smart substation. Also we have to require advanced distribution automation, and advanced distribution automation in which we have to require distribution, but the distribution can be controlled with the help of generation, but generation and distribution can be controlled with the help of transmission. That means the distribution is totally depends on generation and transmission. In distribution automation system, we have to require real time monitoring. Means time management is very important in distribution automation, because in which we have to control parameters like current, then power, power factor, frequency, voltage. These are the very important parameters in distribution automation. Okay, now also distribution automation can be controlled with the help of relay and circuit breaker, but at that instant some fault occur in transmission, and at that instant we have to need circuit breaker to close or open the circuit, and also we have to require alarm for indication, because advanced distribution automation in which we have to require alarm annunciation, because easy to detect fault occurring generation as well as transmission or distribution. Okay, also we have to require smart grid component in distribution network. Also in distribution automation system we have to require technical challenges, because in which customer demand is very important in distribution system, because customer require better quality in power supply, also require less outages, also customer require minimum capital cost, also require operational expenses, also customer always compare cost to other distribution system, distribution automation, and also the customer demand is real time pricing. Okay, then also the whole system of the distribution automation system can be interconnect with distributed energy resources, and whole system can be controlled under the guidance of state government as well as central government, but in which we have to require some challenges for distributed automation system, but the whole system is controllable device, because the whole system can be controlled with the help of electronic devices, and the cost of the electronic devices is constant. Okay, then at that instant we have to require advantages of the distribution automation system, because these advantages is very important for customer side, because in which we have to require operational and maintenance benefit, because first improve reliability of the distribution automation system, and also reduces outage of the distribution system, then improve voltage quality or voltage control, and this voltage control can be controlled with the help of automatic voltage regulator, that is AVR or VAR, also in which we have to reduce manpower, also require accurate operation of the distribution automation system, and in which we have to use accurate operational data for processing and avoid fault occurring distribution automation, and also require diagnostic analysis for fault repairing, and in which we have to require better time management and also use financial benefits. Okay, in distribution automation, in which we have to require financial, because when fault occurring smart substation or distribution, then at that instant we have to require quick restoration. At that instant, so many equipments damage in distribution substation. For example, at that instant the cost of the damages equipment is very high in distribution system. At that instant we have to require revenue cost. That means we have to require some amount of cost to repair this component. That means financial benefits is very important in distribution automation substation. Also require utilization of the substation capacity. That means improve the utilization of the system capacity. Then also avoid customer retention. That means fixed customer is very important in distributed substation, and avoid customer retention due to quality of supply, because always provide better quality power supply to the distribution system. Also require customer related benefits. That means always provide better service, then reduce interruption cost for industrial customer and commercial customer, then always provide better quality of the supply. That means these are the very important needs from customer side. Okay, then next point require in distribution substation is feeder automation. The feeder automation is very important part in distribution automation system. Okay, then in distribution automation system it provide such data, that means those data collected from central server. Okay, those data can be collected with the help of central server, and this central server operation data like voltage, current, and this voltage current data can be controlled and monitored with the help of feeder terminal unit. Okay, then also this data can be exchanged with the help of central server. Also in which we have to require elements, and these elements are easy to operate or control voltage above 11 kV. That means in feeder automation we have to consider or we have to refer primary distribution automation with the help of feeder automation, and also we have to require different functions of primary automation techniques. Okay, then this primary automation techniques can be controlled with the help of transfer load balancing, because in transfer load balancing we have to require use or require information, and this information can be used for daily purpose, because this information is daily to daily verify and easy to calculate transfer load balancing or transfer load unbalancing. Also in distribution automation system we have to require voltage regulation, and this voltage regulation can be controlled with the help of AVR, that is atomic voltage regulator. Also in which we have to use tapping, that is on load tapping and off load tapping, and this tapping can be used from secondary side of the transformer. That means distribution substation consists of transformer, and we have to use tapping. When use tapping on secondary side, then number of turns ratio of secondary side can be increased. Then the output voltage is greater than input voltage. That means step up transformer. That means number of turns increase on secondary side, then output voltage is greater than input side. That means tapping concept is very important in voltage regulation. And also fault occur in automation. This fault can be isolated with the help of fuse link or recloser. Also fault isolation can be controlled with the help of circuit breaker or relay. Okay. Then in which we have to require remote interconnected switching, because remote interconnected switching is most efficient as compared to other substation. And also in which we have to require utility, that means switching utility, because so many distribution system can be manipulated, and in which we have to avoid manipulation in distribution system. That means we have to use remote interconnect switching and restore the power with the help of utilizing concept. And this utilizing concept is totally depends on as per requirement of consumer side. Then also avoid so many problems or so many faults occur in distribution system, and this fault can be avoided with the help of capacitor bank switching, because capacitor bank is used as to improve the efficiency of the distribution system, and capacitor bank is used for improve the power factor of the system. And we have to increase the voltage capacity and easy to control whole automation substation system. Also in which we have to require voltage monitoring. Then in which we have to require feeder voltage, and feeder voltage can be controlled with the help of tapping. Okay, this is the overview of the distributed automation substation and smart substation. Okay, now this is concept of distributed automation substation. Okay, then next part is plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, and this is the concept of electrical vehicle, that is plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. It is called as PHV vehicles, and these vehicles can be operated with the help of charging discharging batteries. And also in plug-in hybrid electric vehicles use so many equipments, and this equipment it gives better performance, but from charging discharging side so many problems occur. And in plug-in hybrid electric vehicles in which improve the capacity of battery, because so many problems occur in electric battery, because in today's production shortage, then the cost of the fuel is increasingly continuously. Then at that instant we have to require charging vehicles, but in charging vehicles the environmental problems is easy to affect the battery, and this environmental problems like present carbon dioxide and this carbon dioxide is easy to affect battery and decrease the capacity of battery, and also in which we have to use effective and environmental IC engine in hybrid vehicles, because in which use internal combustion engine, and this internal combustion engine can be operated with the help of electric motor, and this electric motor can be operated with the help of power electronics devices, that is switching devices. Okay, then but in hybrid electric vehicles material use is lightweight. Okay, that means the weight of the electric vehicle is less as compared to other vehicles, but as per government rule, the battery electric vehicles and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles increased continuously in market. That means the capacity of battery electric vehicles and plug-in hybrid vehicles, their production is continuously increased day by day, because to avoid environmental pollution, also avoid emission of the gases in vehicles, that is carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. The both gases are decrease the oxygen present in environment. That means oxygen capacity is reduced, the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Then also in which we have to require intelligent converter and large capacity batteries in hybrid electric vehicles to give better performance and increase the mileage of the electric vehicles. Also long transportation, it is not good. That means electric vehicles is not easy to use for the long transportation, because the charging capacity of the battery is very low. But the main advantages of the electric vehicles to reduce environmental pollution. Also the types of the electric vehicles is very important. The first type is hybrid electric vehicles, and these hybrid electric vehicles can be operated with the help of batteries, and also it does not require or does not use electricity from any external source. Then second type is pure hybrid electric vehicles, and these electric vehicles can be operated with the help of electric motor, but electric motor require power supply, and this power supply in the form of battery, but battery is charging in the form of DC. Then in electric vehicles, the charging and discharging of the electric batteries, so many problems occur in charging. Also in which we have to require plug-in concept, that means plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. Also we have to need concept of vehicle to grid and grid to vehicle concept. That means this is charging station, and vehicle is directly connected to the grid, and it requires charging with the help of battery. Then in vehicle to grid, in which we have to require bidirectional inverter, because in which the grid supplies AC, but electric vehicle require supplies DC. Then bidirectional inverter is convert AC supply is converted into DC, because electric vehicles require DC supply for charging. Okay, now this is the concept of vehicle to grid. Then also in which we have to require concept of vehicle to building. This is the concept of vehicle to grid, and also we have to require vehicle to building. That means in which we have to require feed power back to home or office building. And the concept of feed power back is called as vehicle to building operation. Okay, now this is the concept of vehicle to grid. Okay. Okay, now we can stop here. Okay.